Welcome back. Back with another banger. It's the React Files. Hope you're having a good night. If you haven't already, please take a second
just to smash that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell.
just to make sure the algorithm knows what's up. So let's get straight to it.
This was a rigged, disgraceful trial. The real verdict is going to be November 5th by the people. And they know what happened here, and everybody knows what happened here. We didn't do a thing wrong. I'm a very innocent man, and I think it's just a disgrace. And we'll keep fighting. We'll fight till the end, and we'll win.
Talk about breaking news. I wasn't expecting to hear this right here. Guilty of all 34 counts. Sentencing on July 11th. Yeah, I mean, he's maintaining his innocence in his first appearance after this trial. But man, I'm shocked.
Guilty. Donald Trump has been found guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records in his historic hush money trial. Prosecutors say Trump attempted to corrupt the 2016 election by hiding $130,000 in hush money payments to adult actress Stormy Daniels. He then falsified those payments in his business records. The case is the first time a former U.S. president has ever been declared a felon.
The first time a U.S. president has been considered a felon. Yo, this is historic.
All time from jail. Put him in jail and let's get this party started. We'll visit him through the glass, we'll talk to him through the phone, and it'll be the greatest presidency of all time from jail. Put him in jail and let's get this party started.
The outpouring of emotion. It's crazy. People were crying, celebrating. Can't wait to get the party started. I'm sure there's a lot of mixed reactions right now. I'm still in disbelief.
Okay, y'all, looks like there's more weird activities going on in the oceans, y'all. This is in Australia. This is in Dunsborough, Australia, and look at all these whales that are literally stranded on the beach. Now, again, I'm not saying it's the Leviathan, but something is causing these whales to be afraid and get close to the shore, y'all, right? Now, I understand that the oceans are heating up, but it looks like they really are afraid, right? Now check this one out as well. This was just yesterday in Taylor's Bay, y'all. These dolphins and whales are going crazy. They are literally screaming for help, y'all. Check it out.
5 odd false killer whales and 1 bottlenose dolphin first stranded before 2 p.m. yesterday at the rocky beach in Taylor's Bay.
They were screaming. It is probably the thing that's stopping me from sleeping because you can hear this screaming in your ears. They were making more than a noise. They were really yelling out for help.
It was a mammoth task, but the volunteers were able to refloat them.
You heard what she said, right? The dolphins were screaming throughout the night. It was keeping her from sleeping. And that's why they had to go to the ocean to help them get back into the water. Again, 2024 has started out with a bang, and I don't think we've seen the boom yet, y'all. There is something in the ocean, there is something in the water, and it's here and it's coming fast. So let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during these interesting times. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Keep up with me on my other accounts, especially on my YouTube, where I go deeper on the esoteric level of these topics I am. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
Could you imagine if it was a Leviathan? Like some Godzilla type monster? But I'm thinking maybe it's that anomaly and all them signals coming from Bouvet Island that got wildlife going crazy. I don't know, but it's sad to see all of them huddled together like that on the shore.
So y'all know how we have the waters warming up like insane? Do you think this has anything to do with it, maybe? In Florida right now, the water is 90 degrees right at Clearwater. It's May. That's crazy. We literally already have them watching 3 storms that could become hurricanes. here they are. If you notice where two of them are starting, it's because this devastating scenario I showed you guys a few days ago. Quick recap, Hurricane Katrina, now anomaly, mega anomaly. Now besides the anomaly that I've been talking about, I think it's worth looking into the undersea volcanoes because, for instance, Iceland is going freaking crazy now. And here's another shot of that. And so 2 days ago, we just had this anomaly pop up again on Ventu Sky. I want you guys to notice this very, very straight line. A straight line signifies something not natural because there are no straight lines in nature. But you can see the wave currents going up into it, and you know what's right here. Funny enough, Ventu Sky is actually going to completely remove this model. But why? Also at the same time, we have India's capital hits a record-breaking 126 Fahrenheit in May. Definitely could be a coincidence. But now with all these catastrophic storms going on in the US, it makes you think. Really makes you think. And what's making these underwater volcanoes go off more than usual, or in general, all these volcanoes? 2024 is a very weird time. Like I said, this year don't go towards the hurricane. If a hurricane's coming, go the opposite way. And if you see two hurricanes turn to one hurricane, run.
If you see two hurricanes, turn to one and run. Shout out to Inspired by the King. But yeah, he made a great point with that anomaly. With the straight line, that didn't even make sense. You know, nature don't even work like that. So I agree with him on that. But what could it be?
Have you seen this? Let me explain. These are 3,500-year-old balls representing the Platonic solids centuries before Plato invented them. The Platonic solids are the framework for energy to flow to make the shapes that we see around us every day. This is the hydrogen version of that. Now, you probably learned the periodic table of elements using this shitty confusing thing. This is how we view it vibrationally. The top is the gases, and these are the heavier elements down here. Now, the more energy you add to the system, the more complex the geometry gets. Now, we illustrate this in spheres. Think about like a molecule diagram, how you learn that. But there's internal geometry. I showed you in cymatics. Now, this is a DNA strand. That is the top-down view of the DNA strand. It looks a lot like a mandala. That's because that mandala represents a frequency that you can resonate with. You experience this phenomenon in music. You experience a stimulus in the environment, let's say like a breakup. The stimulus creates a feeling, which is just a chemical or molecule, and then these sad tones will then resonate with those molecules. I think that's how it works.
Very interesting stuff. So the relics were made a century before Plato even started talking about it. It shows that the ancient civilizations knew something that we don't.
They are trapping your soul in the earth. Your body is a technological computer running the simulation to your mind, your consciousness. You do not experience the external world. You only experience the electrical impulses on your nervous system. You do not look into reality. What you see is an image produced by the visual cortex in your brain. You are only experiencing the brain and the central nervous system, not the world. The body is the earth. This is why the word heart is earth, because when the heart stops, you leave this veil of consciousness. The head is called the temple because this is where God resides. This is where the mind is, the invisible consciousness which has access to the other higher dimensions of consciousness. They have tricked you into materialism. They've tricked you into believing that you are only the physical body, which traps your mind in physicality. The mind can go forward and backwards in time, which means it exists outside of the third dimension, outside of time, space and matter. But your body is a part of the third dimensional construct, which means it can only stay in the present moment. It cannot go in the past or future, just like your mind can. The devil is the de-veil. They want your mind stuck to the physicality, stuck in third dimensional awareness. This is why they get you addicted to all of the physical pleasures, food, lust, money, and all material things, so that your mind keeps entertained by physical things. When you die, your mind will still have the same addictions from when it was in the physical plane. This means it will come back and reincarnate again into physicality. This is why you need to strip off all addictions and detach from the external world, because this body is just a veil on top of your consciousness.
Shout out to Revival of Wisdom. Great video. It's just a veil over our consciousness. Deep stuff. I think a lot of people are tired of being trapped in physicality. That's 5D for real.
Yo, Nizzy, Do you see what's going on in Florida? You and I both are in Florida, and we've been telling people that the water has been acting strange. And now look at this. You have a whole bunch of sharks in the middle of the water looking confused. Like, what do you think is going on? A lot of people are speculating, and they're talking about the South Antarctic anomaly. So what is your honest opinion of what's going on?
Yeah, bro, yo, I definitely seen the video, and I've been telling people for the last 2 weeks that something's been going on in our waters. No one has ever seen a group of sharks swimming like this. People been saying that the Leviathan has been out since the eclipse. The eclipse was like the gate opening for the Leviathan. And remember this video, bro? Someone basically said that they seen the Leviathan on Google Earth, yo. And you remember that crazy warm spot that we've been seeing on the internet? Look, watch this. That hot spot, that was the Leviathan, bro.
The Leviathan? This thing over here? The giant snake head? I have never seen this video before. But check this out. Upon further doing research, right? Now, this is Antarctica. Here's a better view. Now, here's Antarctica over here, y'all. Here is apparently the Leviathan, the giant snakehead. Now, upon looking at Antarctica, right? Check this out. You know what this reminds me of, Niz? A snake coiling in on itself. Look at that, y'all. Look at this. Here goes another one over here, right? Now, tell me, doesn't Antarctica looks like the body of a snake and the head's right here, y'all? Would this literally be the definition of the snake eating its own tail? Right? We already know this. We've heard this phrase before, the snake eating its own tail. Wouldn't that be the definition? Would that also be the reason why they have a peace treaty in Antarctica that nobody else can go to? Now, reptiles do this thing called brumate. It's not hibernation. Instead, it says they stop eating as the temperature drops, their metabolism slows down, and they look for underground place to hide from surface temperature changes. It looks like to me that the snake is literally hiding, y'all, but you can clearly see there's a giant sea snake. And interestingly enough, we know that global warming is melting the ice in Antarctica, and it says from below as well. This snake looks like it is down below Antarctica. So Nizzy, what you think, man? Jesus, man, this is getting crazy.
I think that you're right, bro. Not gonna lie to you, because we all know that Antarctica is one of the most forbidden places on Earth. And I think this, they put these movies out in front of us, like the King Kong movie and Godzilla, because they was placed in Antarctica, and this shit and all of the giants and everything was located around there, bro. Truth in plain sight.
Facts, bro, no cap. And they're never gonna come out and tell us anything like this, so we're gonna have to figure this out. So I don't know if you were aware of this, but Godzilla is a reptile, so basically he is literally a giant snake. So look what I found out. You see, I use gematria. Gematria is part of this matrix. Gematria is literally assigning letters their numerical value. So check this out. So we already established that Godzilla is a giant snake that is located in the South Pole. So why does snake, Godzilla, and South Pole gives you 5 all across the board? Check this out. Snake gives you 5, right? 0 is not a number, right? It comes from 0. Godzilla, 8 plus 6 gives you 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. You have 1 plus 3 plus 1, that's 5. 14, 1 plus 4 is 5. 4 plus 1, 5. 4 plus 1, 5. 2 plus 3, 5. 4 plus 1, 5. And then you have 5. All 5 across the board. Can you believe that? So basically what I'm saying is, this is basically a giant snakehead. This is literally Godzilla, the Leviathan. Nizzy, I think I need to go sit down and process this, man. What do you guys think? And if you like this content, keep up with me on my other accounts. Nizzy, what's up?
I really think it's time for everybody. Wake up!
That was dope. Shout outs to Conscious Juice. Shout outs to Nizzy. And shout outs to Fittest Flat Earther. He was the one who initially had that clip of the snakehead underwater or whatever in Google Maps. But I like what Conscious Juice said. It looks like a snake coiled when you put it all together. So, and Godzilla did come to mind as he was speaking about it. So definitely a strong coincidence there. Definitely got to see the new Godzilla movie and see what it's talking about. Let me know if you've seen it down in the comments down below.
The jury in the above entitled cause find the defendant, Ali Nasser Abulahman, guilty of the crime of murder in the first degree. Silence. Nothing.
Justice was served. Some people need to learn that just because they were cheated on doesn't mean they can take lives. I'm happy the family got the justice they deserved. My condolences.
Investigators say they cannot even tell if the victim sucked into a jet engine at an Amsterdam airport was a man or woman. Passengers on board heard a hellish noise and say they saw smoke coming from the turbine. It's reported the plane was pushed back to take off before witnesses say someone walked into the engine. The very intense incident has left passengers needing psychological support, which will be provided by the military police. It's currently unclear whether the victim was traveling with the airline or worked at the airport.
Rest in peace to the victim. That's crazy. I only thought things like that happened in movies. The smoke, that's crazy. I can imagine if they need psychological support. Like, that's traumatizing.
There is no way. There is just absolutely no way. Oh my days, this is just a joke. This is insane. So I'm sure you're aware of everything that's been going on in the UK recently, and Rishi Sunak's new pledges to bring back national service for 18-year-olds if he wins the election in July. This is just like cemented that he is not going to get it. Like, what the hell? So he's already said that you're not going to go to prison if you refuse national service, but there's going to be other consequences. But now this came out, and I've seen a lot of people making videos about this. Yeah. I'm sorry, so like, you're limiting internet access to 4 hours a day. Is he insane? How's he going to enforce that? What, turn off the whole power grid? Like, mate, you're not going to be able to make your money then, so I seriously don't understand what he's playing at. If this is real... Now, I did do some digging online, and I couldn't actually find this anywhere, but I've seen a lot of people making videos about this, so, I mean, there's like a 20% chance that this could be real, but, like 80% that this is just made up, and it's not actually posted by Politics UK. So yeah, make sure you share this with a friend and tag someone, but in the off chance that this is real, what the hell?
Shout outs to the UK, and it's Matt W. Yo, I'm with y'all on that. I hope it's not real. 4 hours a day of internet? Shoot. Now if I'm paying that bill, we're gonna have to talk.
Something very strange about magnetics. I need you to buckle up for this one. Now, magnetic fields are in the shape of a torus, which is just a fancy word for donut. And we can see that in the ferrocell, and we can see it when these iron flakes are flying around this magnet on a chain. You can see how the energy flows. Cool, why does this matter? This is how the planet protects itself from the sun when it tries to fucking attack us. It shoots these angry balls of energy at us, and the magnetic field gets bent when it interacts with it. Now, when these magnetic field lines connect again, they go back into the poles of the Earth through that toroidal shape, and then that's how we get the auroras. Now, the interaction of these creates these magnetic hotspots on the planet, and we call these ley lines. Now, we can see this with the new satellites that we have. It gives us a very clear image of all these little points where they're at. Now, the weird thing is, our ancient homies built their structures on hotspots on the planet, and they accidentally built them in the same shape that can harness all of that energy into a fine point, creating a magnetic field around the structure. Now, they accidentally created a giant alternator, and if only they knew what shape could harness that energy. Imagine the stuff they could do.
Accidentally? I'm thinking maybe they knew.
The eye that you see on the pyramid is the third eye. The third eye is the human mind. Your mind can go in the past and the future, therefore it exists outside of this physical world, outside of time. The pineal gland is not the third eye, it's the radio receiver for your invisible intelligence, the mind. The more you dwell in your mind instead of the external world, the more you unlock. When you dream and leave this realm of thought, you are in a whole other realm. You can evolve physically, and you can also evolve mentally, accessing other worlds and realms. There are 9 numbers because there are 9 dimensions. The word dimension has men in it, which means mind or mentality. This is where the word man comes from. It's Latin for mind, because man is not the physical body, it's the invisible mind. Cats can see into all 9 dimensions. This is why the Egyptians always symbolized them. Vatican symbols are key. The Vatican is a key because they give you religion to make you look outside of yourself, because they hide the key, and the key is within you to access the other worlds. The Emerald Tablets of Thoth was telling you this. The key to the worlds within thee are found only within. Entertainment. Entertain the mind. They want you looking outside of yourself constantly. This is why they have all of these platforms. Luke 17:12. The kingdom of God is within you. The comment that gets 0 likes will win a free book of wisdom.
Shout out to Revival of Wisdom. Yo, that was deep, breaking it down, as he always do. But yeah, entertainmental. It's crazy what you break down and just figure out when it's in a simplistic form.
Y'all, the Las Vegas aliens are back in the news, and wait till you hear what Tucker said about them. But first, this is exactly what I saw in my dream, a whole freaking squad of UFOs.
Oh my god, where's Daddy? Oh my god, I got goosebumps. Papa, come here, hurry. Tell Jody and them. What is that? What in the world is that?
That's wild.
Hurry, hurry. What is that?
That's exactly what happened in my dream. UFOs everywhere. And now the Inside Paper and Fox is authenticating the alien video in Las Vegas. And they said they were using cloaking devices. Now listen very carefully to what Tucker Carlson says.
It's my personal belief, based on a fair amount of evidence, that they're not aliens. They've always been here. And I do think it's spiritual. That's my view. So, and again, it's not provable, but based on the evidence, I think. I'm with you. Absolutely. But if the U.S. government has in fact had direct contact with these beings, whatever they are, I've already told you what I think they are, and has entered into some sort of agreement with them, which is the claim of informed people, I would say, whether they're right or wrong, I can't say conclusively. But if that is true, I mean, it's a very, very, very heavy thing. Yeah. We're being acted upon at all times. And so there are forces that are not human, that do exist in a spiritual realm of some kind, that we cannot see.
How much proof do you need, really?
The foreperson is standing in that courtroom. Let's wait for reporting from inside the courtroom. The control room listening to this very closely. Aaron, you are as well, from our team inside the courtroom and in the overflow. The verdict is now being read. As you can see on the screen here, count 1, guilty. Count 2, the former president found guilty. Count 3, guilty. We await count 4 here. As you can see, the first 3 counts, the former president of the United States, Donald Trump, found guilty of 3 felony counts so far. The foreperson in that courtroom. Counts 4, guilty. Count 5, guilty. Count 6, guilty. As we continue to enter in what we're learning from the courtroom, it's our belief that first 19 counts, I'm being told, the former president has been found guilty of. Counts 20 through 23 found guilty as well. So correct me, control room, all the way through count 23 now found guilty. We are now up to count 26 and count 27 found guilty as well. So again, I'm going to pause here. He's been found guilty 31 counts now of guilty as we wait for the graphic to catch up to the reporting coming from the courthouse. Count 33 and counts 34 coming in right now. Guilty on all counts. This jury in New York City, a jury of his peers, finding the former president guilty on every single felony count brought against him by the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Aaron Katursky outside the courthouse. Let's go to you for first reaction.
An incredible verdict on this day in May, late May. The former president of the United States convicted as charged. 34 counts of falsifying business records. And David, as the crowd outside this courthouse found out, a big cheer went up from opponents of the former president who had been massing in the park across the street from the courthouse, just a whooping cheer, and they continue to make a lot of noise. There have been supporters of the former president here as well. It looks like many of them are hanging in there, but are remaining silent as the former president has been convicted on all 34 counts of falsifying business records, meaning, David, the jury believed the Manhattan District Attorney's theory of the case that the former president falsified these records to cover up a conspiracy to corrupt the 2016 election by hiding lewd stories from his past.
And that's a wrap. Hope you enjoyed tonight's rabbit hole. If you haven't already, please take a second
just to smash that like, subscribe, ring that notification bell,
just to make sure the algorithm knows what's up. So what we gonna do, y'all? That's right. Run these numbers up. Thanks again. Until next time.